Hi everyone, my name is Rachel, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is where I make scrapbooking process videos and also do live scrap and chats every month. I hope you enjoy my little corner of the big crafty world, and if you'd like to watch more, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell to always know when I have a new video. If you could also give me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. Alright everyone, let's start scrapping!
Hey everyone, I am back with another Christmas in July layout. Once again, digging in, I've got a couple years worth of Christmas still left to do, trying to clean up the rest of 2019. This may be one of my last ones for 2019, but I've got a whole host of others for 2020. Haha! All right, this is going to be a double page layout. I am using pink Paisleys Together for Christmas from 2019. One of my absolute favorite Christmas lines ever. I loved all the blue in it. So, I just love working with it. I don't have a ton of it left, but I'm enjoying working with it while I can. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get you guys put on fast forward before I do. If you could just click on that thumbs up button, that would be super awesome. All right, everyone, let's get going. All right, so as you can see, I already have my cardstock laid out. That is Basil Twig. It's a textured cardstock. It's my favorite for a khaki or a craft colored. It's not as dark as the other crafts, and I know I've talked about this before. It's just what I prefer as a craft background. So I'm kind of looking through, figuring out what I want to do. I'm thinking I want a lot of pattern paper on the bottom. And I love this ornament paper, and I'm trying to decide if I want to go full 6x6, and I kind of hemmed and hawed for a while, so I cut away from that. What I decide is rather, seriously, like, do I want to just do it in half? Do I want to take a chunk off? And then I'm like, well, if I'm going to take a chunk off, let me take it off with the branding strip, so that way I know, what the paper is if I end up using the other 2 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it at 10 inches, and then split that in half and do 5 and 5, so on one side and then on the other. I love these ornaments. These are actually the slightly old-fashioned style ornaments that happen to be my favorite kind of ornaments for the tree. I live in New England, so we tend to have very traditional Christmas decor when we go to places like Sturbridge Village or Mystic Seaport. That when they have their Christmas events, they tend to be very Victorian Christmas or colonial Christmas, and so the colors tend to be these deep jewel tones. So this type of line Together for Christmas works just so well for me versus the other lines, which tend to have a lot of pink and aqua. And it's not like I dislike it. I actually did a layout a couple weeks ago called Ugly Sweaters, where I used crepe paper, and they had it, and their new one this year is called Busy Sidewalks. And once again, it's beautiful and it's super cute, and I really like it, but it just doesn't go with the type of Christmas, entertaining we do, or Christmas entertainments we go to. All right, so I've got the ornament paper, and then I decided to edge that with the leafy bird paper, just as a bit of dark in the center. And then I decided to go ahead, and the other side of that bird paper were these graduated gold dots in stripes. And I decided the top part of my layout just needed a little bit of something, and that's what I decided. Now I've got quite a few photos. I've got four 4x6 vertical photos, 1 4x6 horizontal photos, and then those 2 3x4 photos. This is Christmas Day, and it's just kind of an overview in photos what happened on Christmas Day, and I'll just go from left to right. The one all the way on the left is the 4 of us that celebrate. This is 2019, by the way. This is the 4 of us that celebrated that day at Christmas. And then there's a picture of our Christmas tree. The 2 3x4s are my nephew. One when he woke up in the morning. And then that second one, I bought him a new comforter for his bed. So he was showing that off on the photo. In the photo, not on the photo. So for the selfie of the 4 of us, I went ahead and grabbed another piece of the scrap I had from this line, and I decided to mat that. And I did a pretty chunky mat in that green tone on toe paper. I consider matting the Christmas tree photo, but For me, matting with striped paper is difficult. Sometimes it works, especially if it's like a micro stripe, but sometimes it's just too much. And the proportions don't equal out because you get a different look at the top and bottom versus the edges, or vice versa, depending which way your stripe is going. So I go ahead and get the ornament paper down and then lay down the bird tree paper over on the left-hand side, and I'm getting my photos down, and I want to make sure I glue the top piece down as well, because that's always something I do. I glue down half the papers, then forget to glue down the other half, because I'm a genius. And I'm just using the top of the paper, making sure it's flush with that. Go ahead, get my photos down. And as I say, always hand if you're trying to do a selfie, try to hand the photo off, the camera off, or the phone off to a young adult or a teenager, because they are far more adept at the selfies than the elderly people. And I'm calling myself elderly in phone and technology wise anyways. So yeah. So the plaid blanket is actually his new comforter. So I'm going to go ahead and get the right side paper going. And as I'm doing this, I'm realizing I really don't want, because I have 3 4x6s, if I line those up on the right hand side of the paper, it's going to basically cover the entire middle of my layout. And I didn't want to lose that much of the background. Now, obviously, the photos are important and the photos should take pride of place on your scrapbook layout, but some of these photos were not necessarily spectacular. So we've got this one photo here, and that is so my stepfather he likes to give experience gifts, but then he likes to make little mock-up tickets or mock-up gift certificates on his computer. So he got us tickets to our regional theater, which is in our capital city. Does like first Broadway tours and stuff like that. So he got us tickets to see Dear Evan Hansen, which, by the way, we have not seen because of COVID. It is actually it's postponed until next April. So we will get to see it. We just have not seen it yet. And then the photo is of our kitchen table set up with our very, very quote-unquote fancy dining. It's not. We were just had our everyday plates and everything. And then that last photo, one of the things my stepfather got myself, and actually my housemaid as well, are these soft cat feet slipper socks, and they are the cutest thing. So it's just a picture of my feet in front of the Christmas tree. So like I said, they're not like super amazing photos, but I wanted you to be able to see them, but also be able to have some decorations. So I've got that die cut that says wish list. That's where my journaling is going to live. I have that die cut that says joy to the world on a snow globe. Then I've got the smaller snow globe, which is a sticker, the December 25th. I always like using the December 25th stickers and die cuts and everything when I can, because I almost never actually remember to use them. So when I do, I always feel super accomplished. So I'm getting those glued down as well, and I'm going to take some of them and pop them up on pop dots. Then over on the left-hand side, I've got 2 more die cuts in the ornaments that match the ornament paper, and then the sticker that says Merry Christmas, and that's going to be the majority of my title. I'm just going to add the year, keep it really simple. There's a lot of photos going on. I also have that square sticker that I'm going to layer over the journaling die cut. So I had picked up the EK Success powder tool, which removes the sticky from stickers. That smaller snow globe is a sticker. And I was having trouble getting the cap off, and I probably should have cut this out, but the problem is it's made to make stickers not sticky, but because it's basically either cornstarch or baby powder, it makes the little plastic part stick to itself. So I've made a cluster of 3 circular items down at the bottom there, and now what am I doing with my scissors? I have no idea. It's a mystery. Anyway, I don't know what I was doing, but now I am doing my journaling, and I'm just talking about what we did that morning and how much fun we had on Christmas Day 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago, or a year and a half, I guess. So luckily, I what I didn't do was foreshadow about COVID and not being able to see Dear Evan Hansen. I just talked about it as if I was writing it that day or like the following week. I didn't want to like bring in, because this is going to go in my 2019 album. I didn't necessarily feel it was important to bring in the fact that, some of the things that happened didn't actually happen because of COVID. So there I'm layering that sticker over it, and now I have the two ornaments, and I want to layer those over each other and pop one up. And I was trying to decide whether I wanted the blue in the foreground or in the background, and I decided I wanted the blue ornament to be in the foreground. And I'm just grabbing the sticker, and as I've mentioned before, when I make page kits and I stick things to wax paper, I will always add extra glue because the wax paper does take away a bit of the stick. And these pop dots I'm using, I got at my little scrapbook store. They have little tabs, so it makes it super easy to pull the little papers off, which is a game changer for me because I stink at doing that. So now I've got some thickers. These are actually navy, although I will say they are a very, very dark navy. They are from the Jen Hadfield Reaching Out collection. So she has one coming out in the fall, but I think this was the spring one. Not 100% on that. I never can remember what seasons are correct. So I just go ahead and put the numbers 2019, and they're not the straightest I've ever done, but it's fine. It's just a date. It doesn't have to be perfection. All right, so I went and got some enamel dots, and I'm just spreading those around in 3 different areas where my other embellishments are. And I'm actually almost done with this. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining me here. As I always say, if you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be awesome, or super awesome. And I'm laughing at myself. Oh, Lordy. I need to, that's what I was like, wow, I don't do anything else. What is taking up this chunk of space? I needed to trim off, a couple of the pattern papers were just kind of hanging off the side by like a 1/16 of an inch. But I knew it would bother me, plus it would be a pain in the butt trying to get it in a page protector. So I went ahead and trimmed all of those off, and now my layout is complete. Thank you guys, except it's on the wrong side. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone!